So let's see how to construct decade counter with JK flip-flop simulation and how to perform this simulation with the help of a mobile phone. So for this, first of all, we need to install this Logic Circuit Simulator Pro app. So this is this app. So Logic Circuit Simulator Pro, and after installing this, so I have already installed this. So now I am opening this app. So here I have already done it. So let's see the circuit. So this is the circuit. So here is it. So in the circuit there are 4 flip-flops. We need to take 4 flip-flops, and there is AND gate, and there is low and high. Low indicates it's a ground, and high indicates it's a power supply, and that is generator for frequency. So here if we see, we are first supplying the outputs of JK flip-flops to the BCD. So it is a binary coded decimal, so it converts binary numbers into decimal numbers. So again finally we are giving it to a 7-segment display. So this is the circuit diagram. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So again 0. So we get numbers from 0 to 9. So we don't get A, B, C, D, F. So because this is a decade counter, so we only have 10 values. So those values are from 0 to 9. So this is the circuit. Now let's see how to construct this circuit. So let us take a fresh one. So here down the, so we need to press this symbol in this down. Here we are having right bottom of the mobile phone, and the right bottom of the mobile phone we are having circuit like symbol. So there we have to click to get a fresh circuit. So this is the place where we need to construct a circuit. So now one by one let's construct. So in order to find where we are in this entire page, there are readings, horizontal and vertical readings. So let's so I'm adjusting it to 160 and 88. It's only to find where you are where you are constructing the circuit. So now we need to construct circuit. For that we need to select components. So for selecting those components, here there is at the right bottom of the screen we are having symbol of gates. So on clicking that, we are having gates, 2 input AND gates and 3 input gates, connections, generators, everything what we need to have for constructing a digital circuit. So buzzer, light, charging, so everything. So many things are there. So latches are also there. So but for our circuit we need 4 JK flip-flops. So let's select those flip-flops. So I'm clicking on the JK flip-flop, you can see here. So this is the JK flip-flop. So element added successfully. So again after that we have to click on to the circuit. So board, we need to click onto the board. So I have selected one of the flip-flops, so I'm adjusting it to here. This is first flip-flop, and next again the same thing we have to do. We have to click onto the gates symbol, and again we need to select JK flip-flop. So again after that we have to click onto the board where we are constructing the circuit. So here is it. Now we have to place it. So we need to move the screen, and the distance between two gates, two flip-flops, and it's best if the distance between the elements is components is very large, that means limited one. According to efficient, there should be efficient distance between the components, so that we won't get confusion while we are making connections. So this is the thing. So again next another flip-flop. So same procedure, clicking on the flip-flop and element array successfully. I'm clicking onto that screen where we are constructing the circuit. So spacing is very important, spacing between the components. So keep as much spacing as possible, keep them as far away as possible. Next, another flip-flop. So element array successfully. Again the same thing we have to do. And now what we need is AND gate. So let's select 3 input AND gate. So here it is, 3 input AND gate. So click onto the screen where we are constructing. So it has to be placed beneath the first and second flip-flop. So this is first flip-flop and this is second one. So under them we need to place it. And here the gate has to be, the 3 inputs has to be on the right side. So what we have to do is, at the top we are having something like a single, multi, touch, connect, rotate. So we need to click on rotate. So the gate rotates. So once again you need to rotate. So now the inputs are in the right hand side. So we need to place it beneath the second flip-flop. The spacing has to be as much as far as possible. And next thing is for ground we need to select. So let's select ground and power supply. Okay, so in the place of ground we are having low here. So click on that low. So it has to be on this side. Can minimize the screen also. So here's it, place it somewhat down. So now we need to rotate it because it has to be on the facing up. So again rotate, once again rotate. So next thing what we have to do is battery. So in the place of battery we are having high. So take this high to the top as possible because we need to connect many connections over here. It has to be as top as possible. Many connections are going to come from this battery. And next we need a generator. So if we select 1 hertz, it is best because we need to see the numberings clearly. So if you select 1 kilohertz or 40 hertz like that, we can't see the numbers clearly. They will be running faster because of high frequency. So 1 hertz is the best suitable frequency. So here the generator is added. So we have selected this elements, and next thing what we have to select is hexadecimal display. So this end we are having hexadecimal, but before that binary coded decimal. So here the displays. So where's the 7 segments displays? So here is the BCD. After 7 seconds, so first we need to select BCD. So for the conversion of binary coded decimal to binary coded so for the conversion of binary numbers into decimal numbers, so binary system to decimal system conversion, we need this. Here it takes the inputs from the 4 flip-flops. This is very necessary, very important. And next we have to add 8 segment display so that we can see the numbers. So BCD is just to convert the binary system into decimal system, because here output of flip-flops is in the form of binary numbers. So because of that we need BCD so that it can convert binary numbers into decimal numbers, and this display gives us the outputs, can show us the decimal numbers we need. So everything, I think all of the components has been taken. So now let's start giving connections to them all. So we can minimize the circuit or maximize based on that, so that you can give connections easily. So let's place this one down. Okay, now we need to give connections. By moving the two fingers apart, we can maximize it, or bringing the two fingers nearer, we can minimize the screen. So while giving connections, it's best to minimize the screen so that we can see which component is where. While selecting the components, while placing the components, the screen has to be zoomed. But now, while giving connections, it has to be reduced. So now let's start giving connections. So for connecting the components, we first have to click on the top. You can see single, multi, touch, connect. So we have to rotate, label, setup, info, timing, cut, copy, paste, and delete. Here, with the help of this delete, we can delete if any connection went wrong, we can delete it. So let's see. So let's click on connect. So after pressing that, we need to click on which point we have to connect. So here from generator to, so here it is turning into green color dot, we can see generator to low. So as soon as we connected, so we are getting a line. So we need to adjust this line. Adjusters are there, pointers. So if you want to take it to up and down, so there we have to slide it, and if we want it to sideways, we can make it to a sideways. So after giving proper connection, so we have to click on at side, click on the screen at anywhere aside from that line, so they both will be connected. So next what we have to do is we have to connect from generator to clock of first flip-flop. So let's connect it. So again the same procedure, click on connect and click on this generator dot, sorry, you need to click on the dot, exactly on the dot. So connect exactly on the dot and clock of the first flip-flop. So we have connected them. So we have to make slidings. So if you want to adjust the lines, we can adjust it. So click aside. So the clock has been connected to the JK flip-flop. So next thing is we have to connect the JK flip-flops to high, that is 1, because toggling action takes place only when J and K are connected to high, that is 1. So for that now connect high and then K. So just slide it, just it. So after adjusting the line, click on click down on any place of the circuit, and next thing is from high to J. So again the same procedure, click on connect and click on dot of high and then dot of J of first flip-flop. So just slide it. So now, so we can see the blinking of JK flip-flop, because here it is connected to high, both the J and K are connected to high, and we are also supplying it with clock, so it's functioning. So toggling action is taking place. So now 1, now 0, now 1, now 0. So when there is when the output is 1, so it blinks to red color. Now next we have to connect this high to JK, again the same to the next flip flops, high to K of the second flip flop. So again the same procedure. So click on those dots and K of the second flip flop. So we need to slide the connections accordingly, otherwise we will get confusion. So sliding here is very important. Click on any side of the screen. So next again the same thing, we need to connect it to J. So high and J. So just slide it. And that's it. So again the same thing for this third flip flop also, we need to connect to high. Both the, so because toggling action takes place only when J and K are connected to high, so we need to slide this again, otherwise we'll get confusion. So again the same thing, click on connect high and J of third flip flop. So we need to slide this, sliding is very important. Now again the same, fourth flip flop, we have to do the same thing, connect high K of the fourth flip flop, slide it, adjust this line, and again the same, high, sorry, again connect high and J of the last flip flop. So again slide it and just bring it down somewhat. So this is the thing. So we have connected all the flip flops, and next important thing is all the sets of the flip flop has to be connected. So that is preset. So we are having preset at the top. So all the presets of the flip flop has to be connected to one another. So let's connect them all. So connect preset of first flip flop and preset of second flip flop. And again the same, connect preset of second and third flip flop. And again the same, connect preset of third and fourth flip flop. So 1 2 3 4 we have connected the presets. Next thing is the output of first flip flop has to be given as clock for the second flip flop. So connect, output is nothing but Q to the clock. So as soon as we have given the connection, it's blinking. That's because if the flip-flop is blinking, it means that 1 is the output. So when it gets read, 1 is the output. In the same way, output of second to third flip-flop. So second flip-flop output to third flip-flop clock. So now this third flip-flop is also blinking. So when it blinks only when the output is 1. But the fourth flip-flop is not blinking because it is not connected to the other flip-flops. So once it is gets connected, so it will also start blinking. So let's connect this flip-flop on this clock flip-flop. So this is the thing. So suppose if this connection, if I have to delete this particular connection, so what I can do is just click on this connection. So click on that connection, so it gets selected, and then you have to on the top there is delete. So as soon as you press delete, the connection gets disconnected. So in this way we can delete if there is any wrong connection. So now let's connect first third flip-flop's output to the clock of the. So spacing is very important so that we can see the connections clearly. So now we have connected, so it is also starting to blink. Now next what we have to do is we had to connect the outputs, that is Q bars. So the Q bar of the first flip-flop's Q bar has to be connected to element A because it is the least significant bit, otherwise we get different values. So first flip-flop's Q bar has to be connected to BCD's A feed because it is the least significant bit, and here we are getting connections in this manner. So we just need to scroll it down. We need to see the connections clearly, so that we have to adjust it accordingly. So and next Q bar of second flip-flop has to be connected to B of BCD. So see that the connections will not get merged out. So go second flip-flops. And third flip-flop's Q bar, again we need to connect it to C. And finally fourth flip-flop's Q bar to D. So now here we have to, in order to see those, so that we can see blinking of the BCD dots. And now if we connect it to hexadecimal display, we need to connect this to hexadecimal display. So first dot to the first dot, and next connect second to second. So after connecting, we need to click on anywhere of the board so that they get connected connections. So we can see blinking of those two segments. So next I will connect C to E. Next again the same, D to D. So one by one the segments get brightened. So connection here is very important. Depending on the outputs, they are just blinking. So now D to C, and next again the same. So this is the thing: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F. And here if we observe, we are getting till F, but this in order to construct decade counter, that means we need to get only until 9. So in order to get only until 9, what we have to do is we have to make give connections to this AND gate. So this is the importance of AND gate. Here AND gate eradicates those values, so it stops until 9. So now we have to make connections regarding AND gate. So one of the inputs of AND gate is connected to the clock. So let's connect it. So connect one of the inputs of AND gate to the clock. So let's slide it down because we are having many other connections. So one of the input has been connected to clock, and another input is Q bar of second flip flop to AND gate. So Q bar, this is second flip flop, it's Q bar to the one of the inputs of AND gate. So here's the thing, and next Q bar to the Q bar of fourth flip flop. So Q bar of fourth flip flop has to be connected to one of the inputs of AND gate. So connect AND gates one of the inputs, and it is connected to Q bar of fourth flip flop. Sorry, the line got connected. So you need to observe, so which is getting observed. We have to press exactly at the dot. And now output of AND gate has to be connected to the sets. So connect output of AND gate to any one of the sets, or either it is first flip flop or any other thing. So here the interline gets selected. So again let's click on connect first flip flops preset and AND gates output. So here you have to be very careful. You have to press exactly at the dot. So it has been connected. So now let's see what's happening over here. 8 9 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So that's it. So finally we have constructed the circuit. So you can minimize it. So for JKF we have used 4 JKF flip flops and one AND gate, generator 1 kilohertz, and low and high. So here you can see the numbers clearly. So let's adjust the generator input. Just click on generator, and on the top you can see 1 hertz. So just click on it. So plus, if we increase this, so let's see what happens if we increase this. So 100 hertz. Apply. So it is blinking very faster here. That's because of high frequency. The JK flip flops are also blinking very faster here. It's because of high frequency. So let's see the numbers. So now if you see, the numbers are running fast. We can't see them clearly. That's why I have suggested to use 1 hertz. The numbers are running really fast. So in order to prevent that, just select that generator and just lessen it. 1 hertz is the best. So it's blinking slowly. So here numbers we can see it clearly. So next important thing is we need to save with this. First click on these 3 lines at the top, at the rightmost top of your screen. 3 lines are there. So just click on it. So here it's project name 5. So you can give it name like JK decade counter. Decade counter. So next, thus the name changes to decade counter from project file, and next here there is save symbol beside that relaunch. Just save it. So save successfully. So this is your circuit. So if we go back, so here is the decade counter which we have made now. So loading anything. So this is the thing we have constructed now. so it's running. So in this way we can do simulation with the help of phone. So we don't need, if there is no computer and no multisim software, so this app is helps us to construct any circuit, digital circuit, and perform simulation.